Welcome back to the show. I am Angela. If you are new, today I got a couple of videos for According to Angela's series. On the series, I talk about everything that's going on around us in the world, whether it be motivation, inspirational, funny, aggravated, or just plain my opinion. Okay, let's get into it. Everybody has been talking about the BET Awards, but mainly they've been talking about the Keith Lee and Taraji P. Henson moment. This was Taraji's third year hosting the award show, and I feel like she's funny. I feel like she does as well as any host could. Um, but yeah, so during, you always know they have monologues and going in the audience and all of that. So during the one of her monologues, she was going in the audience giving people their flowers. Well, she went and she was giving everybody flowers, and she got to the front where she was supposed to give the flower to Keith Lee, give the rose to Keith Lee. And Keith Lee was sitting on the outside, the outside aisle, and then his wife. Then there was another TikToker, I believe, that was sitting in the seat. Well, she started, messing with him and flirting with the other TikToker and asking him if he married and then this and that. And she went on to start imitating the real Keith Lee. Well, Keith Lee, I think you. And then the guy looking like, I'm not Keith Lee. I'm not Keith Lee. That's Keith Lee. And she was like, oh, I'm sorry. And she backed back. Because she asked this guy, was he married? She was like, call me. It was a little cringy moment. It was a little, you was embarrassed for her. But she recovered. Okay, that was that. Well, the next day, the internet is in a whole thing. Keith Lee posts a video throwing the rose down, saying all of this, that he, when him and his wife go in a room, people gonna know their name and blah, da, da, da. And I guess he felt slighted. I don't know if he felt that she should have known him per BET production. And I agree. I agree with that. Okay, now, when he posts his video, Taraji comments under some random news source, because it's big outlets posted about it, but she made a post, and I'm going to pin it beside, because she was just like, he was sitting in the wrong seat. I had practiced this monologue all day. He missed his moments, all the things. Well, I guess from him posting the video to her making a comment, this is what he had to say.
Last night was the BET Awards, and right now, it's something on my mind. Let's talk about it. First and foremost, I want to start by saying, I am not upset at Taraji P. Henson by any stretch of the imagination. And not only that, in my opinion, she smoked it last night. I don't think for one second Taraji had any ill will or any ill intentions behind the situation. The situation happened the way it did. It is what it is. I made a video last night where I had the rose that was given to me in my hand and I let it fall on the floor. The reason I did this had nothing to do with Taraji P. Henson. The reason I dropped it on the floor is that I wholeheartedly believe that wasn't my rose. That wasn't my rose. That wasn't my moment. It was given to me, but it wasn't mine. And I always say, I don't want nothing that ain't mine. I want what's meant for me, nothing less, nothing more. The entire segment on the production side felt extremely rushed. Not only did it feel rushed, it did not feel intentional. It did not feel purposeful. I'm forever thankful for every room that I'm in. I was more than thankful and more than grateful to just sit there and enjoy the show. Me and my wife, we looked amazing. We felt amazing. We was enjoying the show. I've always spoke about my social anxiety. And for me, just to get out and be in that moment was more than enough for me. So to take me and my wife out of our seats, put us in different seats, give Taraji no direction to who we are or what we do, felt extremely unprepared and unprofessional to me. I'm personally a fan of Taraji. I've been for years and I always will be. I love to see her get the recognition that she deserved in that moment and had a platform and a stage that she's always deserved. For this situation to take away from her moment and our moment was unfair to both of us. And another example of this is a picture of my wife has been going around, and it was a small part caught from an entire moment to make it seem like she had an attitude with Taraji. My wife and myself understand the flirting that Taraji was doing was fully improv and fully joke. It was a hard situation for all of us to be in. We fully understand she made it up on the fly. I was there to just enjoy the show. I was invited. No situations in life in general. I never longed for the spotlight. If I wanted the spotlight, I would have accepted a quarter of the opportunities that's been presented to us. But none of those opportunities were for me or my family. If you understand that, you understand it. If you don't, I'm okay with that. I'm always going to be myself. I've always been myself. Nothing about this journey, about this ride, about where we at or where we going to be is going to change me. Never have and never will. Never once was I upset that Taraji didn't know who I was. Everything that's for me will be for me. Everything that's for my family will be for my family. Everything that's for you will be for you. When it's supposed to be, how it's supposed to be, with no confusion. I said that last night and that was still misconstrued, and I stand on it 1,000%. Whatever room I'm supposed to be in, whoever's supposed to know me, whenever they're supposed to know me, it will happen how it's supposed to happen. Last night, while I appreciate the opportunity, it wasn't my moment, and that's okay. I'm cool with that. And for every single person that's been on this journey with me and that's still on this journey with me, I'm forever grateful. I appreciate y'all. I can't say it enough. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe. We all humans. We all make mistakes. It is what it is. I just wish they would have set both of us up for most success in that situation. That's it. God bless you.
Okay, this is my take on it. Taraji is an A-list actor. And she might really don't follow Keith Lee, which Keith Lee is an A-list influencer. And sometimes their path doesn't cross. So she might don't really know Keith Lee, but with her being an A-list actor, the mistake should not have been made. Somebody on the production team, her team, maybe somebody should have showed you a picture of what Keith Lee looked like. Because the man that you was messing with and flirting with, they did look nothing alike. Keith Lee is kind of like he's not a little guy, but he's like a little short guy. He used to be some type of fighter. But the other guy was a big buff guy. Somebody should have showed you what Keith Lee looked like. With the status that you are, so that mistake wouldn't have been made, because you was going in the audience, you was giving people their flowers, you was passing out roses, you were calling out their accomplishments and everything. So it doesn't so much fall on him like, get over it, you missed your moment, you was in the wrong seat. It doesn't matter if he was in the wrong seat. You still should have known what he looked like. Somebody should have told you what he looked like. You said celebrities have assigned seats. So evidently you're talking to a seat in rehearsal. And I've been to award shows. I've covered award shows. And the award shows not only have the celebrity name, most of them have the picture. So if you practice this all day, you should have remembered the picture. You should remember what he looked like. So I didn't think it was fair to put the total blame on him being in the wrong seat. Because let's be clear, it was him, his wife, and the guy that you was flirting with, and the guy that you called Keith Lee. So it wasn't like the seats was just so far apart that the seat here and I got to go way over and the guy was way over there. No, they were like literally right next to each other. So you wasn't gonna give out that many roses anyway. So you just should have remembered his face. That's just my take on it. Keith Lee, we also know that you stand for humbleness and you don't want all the fame when you go into the restaurants. You normally sing your family so people won't recognize you because you don't want to be treated different. So the whole act of throwing the rose down and basically having a fit in the beginning and then coming back and digressing, it was just a little wishy-washy. Okay, do you want the fame or no? Do you want to be known or no? So that's all I got to say on. That's all I got to say on it. That's all I got to say. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think about it. We understand that people make honest mistakes. I definitely believe that it wasn't intentional. No, not at all. But don't put all the blame on him, saying he should have been in the correct seat. You should have looked at his face. You should have remembered his face. So yeah, that's all on it. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you over in the next video.